What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. And every now and then, a movie comes along that is such a hot, steaming pile of garbage that you can literally smell it, even though it's not really garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a dumpster in your living room, but you still smell the trash. And that's how bad some movies are. Speaking of which, Kind of Pregnant came out on Netflix. And I watched it. I watched it. And I watched it not because I'm an Amy Schumer fan. I'm not an Amy Schumer fan. I don't think she's funny. I don't think I've ever seen anything, be it a movie or a comedy special, where I thought she was funny. But I thought to myself, man, 2024 was a pretty good year for comedies. And I'm not watching anything else tonight, so I'm going to watch this. And it was terrible. It was just terrible. I can't, words cannot really justify how bad this movie was. So, this movie is about Amy Schumer. Her boyfriend, who she thinks is going to propose, breaks up with her, and this causes her to go into some sort of a downward tailspin. And she sees her friend who's pregnant getting treated a certain way, and she's like, man, I want to be treated like that. So she ends up faking a pregnancy. She gets the little bodysuit and she fakes a pregnancy, and she starts, as she see at first it's great, right? She's getting treated in a certain way that she wants to be treated, but then she starts making friends with some people who are pregnant, one person in particular, and she goes to it's not a Lamaze class, it's like a therapy for pregnant people class. And the armor around this facade that she built starts getting chinked away, and she starts realizing, man, I probably shouldn't be doing this. But she keeps doing it. um, and honestly, the concept isn't the offensive part here. The offensive part is, while she's pretending to be pregnant, she meets a guy, and through her manipulation, she starts a relationship with him, a physical, sexual relationship. And had the roles been reversed and it was a guy who was doing this to a girl, boy, oh boy, oh boy, it would not be good. But no, she through her manipulation and through her lies and through her making her think that she's something that she's not, she engages in a sexual relationship with him. And we're supposed to not just think it's funny, but we're supposed to be okay with it. And at the end, he comes around and he's like, yeah, you know what? I still want to be with you. Dude, you know what you're getting yourself into, brother. You know what you're getting yourself in. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Because you know what you're getting yourself in. Guys, this movie was terrible. This movie was terrible. What is up with some comedians who make movies in Hollywood who think it's funny to not just cuss in front of kids, but make explicit sexual jokes in front of kids? There's a scene towards the end of the movie where she's a teacher, and there's a scene at the end of the movie where she's reconciling with the guy, and her students are all out there, and they're cussing, and they're making sexual jokes, and talking about their sex lives, and it's supposed to be funny, but it's not. It's uncomfortable. You're a teacher, and you're talking about your sex life in front of your kids, and we're supposed to be laughing? This is a comedy? No, this is offensive. Like, this is... I work with kids, and when I see this, I'm like, this is terrible. This is terrible. So, yeah, this movie was awful. I mean, this was... I think it's hyperbole when people say that's the worst movie I've ever seen. This is up there for me. This is a really bad movie. And I sat through all of it. I did. Not that I thought it was going to get better, because, halfway into the movie, it's not going to get any better. But I guess I was feeling self loathing last night. I guess I was hating myself last night because I sat through the whole thing. And there's a scene towards the end of the movie where they're driving an ice smoother thing that you put on ice skating rinks. They're driving it down the street and crashing through buildings, and it's supposed to be funny, but it's not. Movies like this where somebody does something terrible throughout the whole movie and manipulates people and abuses people, and everything turns out okay at the end. Not just okay, but it's a good thing that they did these things because their life is better now because they manipulated and abused people. Whatever. Don't waste your time on this movie. 1 out of 10, only because I feel like I can't give a 0. Skip this. Don't give the Netflix algorithm the satisfaction of you clicking on it. Skip it. All right, guys, that's my take on Kind of Pregnant. Maybe you had a different take, and that's fair. Movies are subjective. Maybe you loved it. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.